Hi everyone, you all remember me. I'm Michael Fry, I play Sora, and I'm the director of Ghost Rider. Today I want to do a sit down with one of our actors from the crew today to talk about his role in the story and other things that he has done. Today we are sitting with JDExists, who is our second narrator and plays Wakka. Hi JD, how are you?
I'm doing fine.
So, uh, episode 9, 9 episodes. You've recorded 9 episodes of narration dialogue and Wakka. How do you feel?
I feel accomplished.
That you stuck with this long or done so much?
Both really. We've been on this project for how long?
Oh, March, I think. I did a full casting session for a full month in March.
Oh
Announced the
man,
cast a month later, and that sounds about right. We've been working on it ever since.
that is crazy.
What made you want to go for, you auditioned originally for the narrator, Wakka. You auditioned for Cypher, I believe, and
Yes.
Mephisto.
I think so.
Yeah. What interested you in this project? Why did you get attracted to it?
Well, I'm a huge fan of Ghost Rider, like the whole story and everything. I read the entire, I believe it was called Spirit of Vengeance, whatever the Danny Ketch iteration of Ghost Rider was.
Yes.
I read every single one of those.
Wow. He's the one who made the biker look famous.
Yeah,
So you're a fan from Ghost Rider.
definitely.
You've never heard of Kingdom Hearts before?
I had, and my little brother plays it a lot, so that's why I was familiar with those characters. I'm familiar with Sora and Riku, and that's about it.
Well, yeah. That'll do. Some I know some of the other guys are just simply fans of Ghost Rider or simply fans of Kingdom Hearts and never seen, there's a few of them that are both. Uh,
Yeah.
so okay, so you auditioned them and you heard you got the part. Did you? And I know supposedly, did you read the original fan fiction version or did you avoid it?
I still haven't gone to it yet.
You're probably better off because those who know have actually read the story and then have talked to me tell me that there's a huge amount of difference. They follow the same line, but there's so many little different things and added scenes in there that I added exclusively for the audio edition. So it's almost a completely different story.
Okay, well, at least it keeps it fresh.
Yes, I don't want to write the same thing over and over again, or just I get bored. Now you were getting Wakka. What I remember when casting,
Yes.
like you were confirmed for Wakka, and then I was already impressed with Philosopher Mephisto, and Cypher was up in the air at the time. I wasn't deciding anything with Cypher right then. The narrator is when the special thing comes out, because I had originally intended to cast a single narrator, just one narrator, and it was gonna go to Peach Gore. Then my two brothers, they wanted to listen to some of the auditions sent in because they're aware of my project. And they sat down and they listened to your stuff, and he says, "Is this guy going to be the narrator? Because his voice is so darn cool." And I said, "I considered him, but I wanted to go with the other guy." And they said, "Wow, you should have gone with this guy. He's so cool." And the voice that you do, it's very, very cool. My hesitance of casting you at the narrator at the time was I was worried that that voice would not translate well into the everyday events that goes on. But
Yeah.
you would have been, but I was sitting there thinking he would have been awesome in these supernatural events and all the things that go on, the darkness behind everything. And I got to thinking, could I cast two narrators? Could it work? And round near the end, when I was supposed to be announcing everybody, I decided gonna cast two narrators because I really, really think this could work. One guy handles the other thing. One guy handles the other thing. It brings variety. It brings diversity. It sets tone because tone to me was very important.
Yes, and I'm flattered by your brother's comment on my voice.
Well, you are cool. I kind of almost wish you waited to audition for Vincent.
Oh yeah.
And,
Vince is a really cool character.
yeah. I mean, 'cause I was just thinking, oh, his voice would have been so cool for Vincent. Not to dismiss you, Tony. You're equally as good as an awesome if you're hearing this. But yes, you're the second narrator. Have you ever wanted to do narrating work before, or did you just decide to try out for the whim of it?
I just decided to try it out. I really just wanted a part in this project because of the ghostwriter part of it.
It was like, I don't really care what I get. I just got to be in this.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you have these roles? And you're obviously thrilled you have them. Would you have
Yes.
wanted any other role, even if it's a role you didn't think your voice could fit? Was there one that you would have wanted?
Actually, today I posted an impression of Ghost Rider on my channel,
Oh, I'm gonna have to look.
and that's definitely a role I would have wanted to pursue. And Vincent, as you said before, because it's just so cool.
Oh, he is cool. You would have made a pretty good ghostwriter. You have the right tone. You would have made a good ghostwriter. So, what have you done in the past? Is there anything that anybody would recognize you, or are you relatively new to the scene?
I'm relatively new to the scene, and things that I have done have either been canceled or they're not
Ouch,
released
man.
yet.
Ah, that blows. I hate working on something that doesn't take off. At
Yeah,
least for a single video.
yeah.
Well, what did you work on that never took off?
I worked on this Marvel superheroes project as Captain America.
Oh, wow. That I actually I can see it now, but I never would have thought of you as Captain America. That's kind of cool.
Um, I worked on, well, I auditioned for and got the part for Kazuya in the Tekken Blood Vengeance fan dub.
Ooh, Tekken. I'm starting to get into that series. I'm not fully into it, but I'm starting to get know who the characters are.
Um, I was casted as Captain America for a Super Wars crossover thing.
I'm
Um,
starting to get a trend here, what you like.
yeah, definitely. What else was I casted for? Oh man, it slips my mind at the moment.
You mentioned something about Transformers to me when we were talking before this interview.
Yes, the Indecision, the radio play. Yeah, that was my very first voice acting alliance project.
I can tell that there's not some comfortable memories of that.
No. uh, it's not so much the project. It's uh, it's how inexperienced I was when I first started doing this voice acting thing.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We all have those. Which, in case anybody's wondering, mine is on this account right now. It's Spider-Man Edge of Time. I was Spider-Man, and several other people that my voice sounded really terrible. But yeah. But you learn to get better. So, is your second voiceover acting alliance project, or not
Yes,
counting anything that got canceled?
yes, it is.
Oh wow, you're second, and you nailed two roles in the first begin and the first audition. That's gotta be pretty good so far.
Yep, feels great.
Okay, so we talked about your role in the series and such like that. How do you approach them? Because I noticed, and anyone listening to you right now, you don't sound like any of your characters right now. So it's clear that you're definitely putting on a voice
Yes,
when you play your
definitely.
characters. I mean, so what do you get into the mindset for Wakka and the narrator?
Well, for the narrator, it's more of just putting just a deeper, more gravelly tone into my voice. And I don't have to be terribly relaxed for it because it's more or less my regular voice, just deeper.
Hmm?
Um, with Waka, I really try with the Jamaican accent. I try to do it and not make it sound
Silly,
stereotypical.
ridiculous,
Yes.
everything.
One problem I do have is just being consistent with the narrator voice because if I feel slightly off, like if I have like a slight cold or if the air conditioning in my room is like way
Really
up
loud.
there, yeah, then I can't get too relaxed to go into that deeper tone.
Throws off your groove.
Yeah, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah. And you know that can happen. But you've been doing a pretty good job so far, and I can say definitely with episode 9, it's been a much big improvement all around the board for everyone. And I was very nervous for episode 9 because we came from episode 5, which was the first big fight scene. Not a lot of reception from the people I've talked to about. Some people felt it dragged. It was a little too long. And I looked back and I was like, yeah, you're right. That's my writer side coming through. But this isn't a story. This is vocals. This is telling. And it was just a little bit too flowery. So when I wanted to do with the big fight scene, I wanted to keep it brief, a descriptive, but, you know, allow the vocals and allow the sounds to come into it, as well as the music. The music is a big part of everything. And I think it came out pretty well. You seem to think it came out pretty well.
Yes, definitely. We've come so far since the first episode, and I can really see how much you're improving with mixing the sounds, the sound effects, as well as the music into the project.
Mm-hmm. It's all a learn and go process with the music. I didn't originally intend to pursue sound effects, but after like the second or third episode, I felt like, no. Second episode, because I asked you guys to do a bunch of fight sounds for the whole big scene with Sora, Tidus, Wakka, and Riku in the lobby when we kind of see Sora after 2 years.
Yeah.
That got a lot of reception from people I've talked about, so I said, okay, maybe I should start pursuing adding more sounds to a scene.
Yeah, it definitely helps.
9 episodes. Wow. You know, you're right. We've came quite a bit. You know, what do you hope from the future? You're a Ghost Rider fan. What do you hope to see?
In the future, I don't know. This is a tough question.
So much to choose from.
I really hope to see Sora mature and really develop into the hero of the story.
Yeah, because we see him, he's a jackass so far. He's turning, at this point in time, he's starting to make a turnaround, but he's not quite there yet.
Yeah, right now he's the original Johnny Blaze level. And eventually he'll make it to Danny Ketch.
That's the big rank. Okay, so you Soros developed more into a hero role. Anything else you can think of?
Maybe even the Ghost Rider. Maybe tone down the wisecracks.
You're not a fan of the sarcastic Ghost Rider, huh?
Not so much. No.
That probably be my fault because that's my sense of humor leaking kind of into the Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
I like a little bit of the sarcastic wisecrack. Also, that's because I know the actor Wooten. He's a kind of a sarcastic individual, so he's essentially playing himself. But all right, yeah, tone down the wisecracks. I'll see I'll consider it. I'm probably something as it eases along, of course, but I meant it to help identify that they're in this version they're not exactly the same person. They're two different people. They're the same guy with two different personalities, I guess to say.
Yeah, a dichotomy.
Mm-hmm. A Jekyll and Hyde, only Hyde is sort of restrained crazy.
Yeah.
It's been a long road so far, and hope keep going. Thank you for sitting down with us today and talking about this.
No problem. It's my first interview, actually.
Oh, well, I hope it was a memorable one. A good memorable one. In the future, if you're famous or something, like, I remember when I sat down with that jackass Michael about this interview.
No, that would never happen.
Oh, I hope not. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed this. Thank you for sitting down and talking with us. And
thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And I hope you continue to stay on for us with Ghost Rider and every other project in the future.
Definitely.
All right. Well, thank you. Well, thank you guys for being here. There should be more little interview stuff like this coming out. In the meantime, Ghost Rider's in its playlist right now on my account. You can watch it out and get caught up so far. We are currently, during this interview, we have just uploaded episode 9. Hopefully by the time you are watching this, there are more up there, but I doubt it. So, thank you, and we'll see you next time.